Welcome back to the Gentleman Ultras YouTube channel. I'm Richard Hall, as always, looking over the papers today, and apologies for the mental hair, but you have to deal with it. So, let's go to the Gazzetta dello Sport. What have you done, Milan? Milan, oh no, it's not great here for the Rossoneri. Milan goosebumps, it says, as they draw 0-0 with Cagliari, who put themselves safe, but still, it really means that now, as it says here, they have to beat Atalanta. It's going to be very, very interesting weekend in Serie A. As we see it, the final 90 minutes will be decisive. The Gazzetta says here, Rossoneri in Bergamo, the Bianconeri in Bologna. Pioli says if we don't qualify, it will be a disappointment, but it won't be a failure. Do you agree with that, Milan fans? I actually think it will be a failure. I think that Milan have done so well this year, deserve to be crowned off with a Champions League spot, but they messed up and it's going to be problematic. It says here in Corriere dello Sport, Juve, here is your big helping hand. Napoli on the verge of the European Champions League, which counts. Fiorentina also beaten 2-0. Shock Milan draw that blows the Champions League race right open. Pirlo at -1. And of course, Tuttosport would say something, wouldn't they, as well? It says here, basically, Milan hit the brakes. Juve believe. The Rossoneri, held by Sardinians, who are now safe, they see Champions League qualification at risk. The Bianconeri are going to seek to overturn everything in Bologna. Pioli will only be sure if he wins in Bergamo. But they know that on Wednesday is the Coppa Italia final, so what toll will this take? That's quite an interesting point as well. So, where else are we now? We'll go back to Gazzetta here. Lautaro Martinez for Inter, the contract talks are still continuing. It looks like that renewal is going to happen. It said the dialogue's at least begun. Conte has warned Inter it's a priority that Lautaro Martinez signs. The strategy is to be champions of Italy on multiple occasions. So again, that's quite. We've talked about this a lot, about the fact that Suning and the finances and Conte wanted to build a legacy. All of this revolves around renewing the contracts of players like Lautaro and keeping the likes of Romelu Lukaku in the squad because they want to build. And we did say again the other day that Inter actually don't need to add too much to this squad to at least compete next season. Getting through the situation where the pandemic's obviously had a massive financial effect, they're in a probably better place than most, in fairness. Gazzetta here also talking about Napoli. Napoli, it's almost done. Just the Verona obstacle to overcome. Fiorentina beaten. That'd be a good game, Napoli versus Verona. But you would think that Napoli now will secure Champions League qualification. Back to Corriere dello Sport. Nice one here for, I think, anyone who watches the Azzurri. Mancini has signed a renewal till 2026. Today, the squad for the Euros will be announced. Verratti's there apparently, but Acerbi risks a 3-week stop due to injury. So, yeah, going to be good to see that. I think that's a fantastic move as well for the Azzurri. Mancini's been absolutely excellent. Since you think about the non-qualification for the World Cup under Ventura and what Mancini has done with what is an excellent pool of players to pick. The Euros, maybe not everyone's quite ready for the Euros because it just does feel a little off with the whole pandemic situation, but maybe in the summer we'll all find it some quite light relief, especially if there's some fans back in the stadium, so that could be quite good as well. Last couple of things here. We should also talk about, there's an interesting game with the Giallorossi, the Benevento, Giallorossi always sounds like Roma to me, but it's Benevento as well. It's a nightmare finale. Crotone equalised down to 10 men. Giallorossi in Serie B if Lazio don't beat Torino tomorrow, which of course is being replayed. Also, a nice little piece here just about the facts of advertising, remembering the fact that it's 30 years since Sampdoria won Serie A as well, and also linked in nicely with Mancini, which is a double win for him. Okay, well, that's the papers from me this morning. It's if you do like this, please feel free to like or subscribe or just follow us, which would be great. And also, please go and have a look over at thegentlemanultra.com, which has got some great content on, and also our podcast as well, which we will be doing one more this week about Euro 96. Ciao for now.